So for all of us beginners wanting to fly a CP Plus or a Pro, we got issues because we have no blades.
If you take a look here, you can see this blade has been completely torched. Okay, that's 20 bucks a blade. Who can afford to learn how to fly helicopters? You know, unless you got lots of cash or whatever. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take wood filler and we're going to fill, really goop it up. Just fill the heck out of it. This is a set of blades that it was a new set of blades, one blade strike and a hard strike, obviously, and of course there you go.
Putting some of this wood filler on there, and I've like really gone stupid and gone way past the leading edge, as you can see.
Nothing special about this wood filler. This is your Walmart wood filler. Okay, you can see I've just gooped the heck out of that. I put a little bit of CA in there where that wire is. It's not even a wire, it's very, very soft, whatever that material inside the blade running through the leading edge. The idea is now to let this dry really good, and then we're going to use a flat sander to make sure the blade is flat, and let's start sanding.
Just to kind of get rid of the initial gloop, and this is where you can see where the flat blade sander is going to come in handy. Okay, that's just one of these guys here. You can see all of that wood filler coming out there. You hear all this stuff about, oh, it's got to be light, and not your wallet. Okay, and this is where also it comes in very handy with the little flat saw, because you can get that leading edge nice and straight. Not like one of those commercials, you know, where everything looks bad and then all of a sudden everything looks good. Okay, so let's just keep sanding. You know, just such a little amount of wood filler left in this particular blade. You know, just a shaving off the side. You know, I've got my leading edge is there, and now the question of balance will be the issue, and I'm going to show you how to do that shortly. But once the blades are done, we're going to cover these up in Zaggy tape. Well, there's a crap load of blades there that are all filled with a whole bunch of wood filler, and what I sort of do is I group them into pairs according to how much filler I actually had to put in. Again, for beginners, just blowing money like crazy on blades, you know, it's just forget it. So we'll continue sanding. Okay, what we've done now is we've got these blades were completely hacked and torched. We've got a leading edge and a trailing edge that's fairly intact, as far as the two of them needing roughly the same type of work. You know, they're relatively the same weight in comparison. Now the last step is we're going to just take like some 1500 grit sandpaper, and we want to make that really nice and smooth. So when we put our Zaggy tape on there, we got a really nice cool finish, you know, smooth and everything like that. You can also see that flat sander there. Alright, we've taken this expedition indoors, and like I said earlier, what you want to do is you want to sort of pair up your blades according to what kind of weight you've added to them here. I'm going to choose these two where that wire was hanging out and whatever, they were just completely brutal. So okay, so it's just some Zaggy tape, and make note of this, do the top side of the blade first, okay, because we have to do all sorts of tucking and stuff with the tape coming around that edge. So essentially all we're going to do is we're going to find the center of that and just press it on. We're going to cut about a ½ inch off of that side, and we're going to cut the same. You can sort of see where the repairs are done, but we'll be putting some stripes and stuff on there later. So what we're going to do, this is the tricky part here, and that's trimming it over your edges. And make note here, this area here, because of the centrifugal force, if that decides to crack, which has happened to me at one time because I wasn't covering the sides of the blades. And okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cut here, and I'm going to make a cut right there. Now this portion here we're going to use to cover that area of the blade. As you can see there. So we'll just sort of tuck up there nice and neat, like that. Okay. And this corner part that gets up to your blade grip, we're just basically going to cut. That means we're just going to continue to cut at all different angles. Okay? So we can fold it over and make it nice and tight. You can see that sort of all the different angles of cuts that go around there, so we can tuck it in nice and neat. Now at the leading edge, we're just going to bend that over, make it nice and tight. And we've capped off that part of the end of the blade, and we've got a very nice leading edge happening so far. So let's do the
apologies for the brutal camera angle, but my video equipment is not much more advanced than stone knives and bear skins. Okay, now I'm taking those little spots that we cut and I'm filling that area over there like that, trying to create as a nice edge as I possibly can. Okay, so that's essentially what we've got there. Now we're just going to take our knife and we're going to just trim away a little bit from the bottom and under there, and look at that. Transparent? Not transparent. Transparent? I got a sick personality now. Okay, that area, you know, around there pretty good. Just with a little paddled guy is going to go on. Now we're going to lay this flat basically the same way as we did before, and she's nice and she's strong on there. This tape, I'll tell you, you know what, it's so much stronger than the crap you get on the blades that come from the factory. I don't know what that stuff is. It's just kind of like a paper, and it just busts, poking holes for a little clampy to go into, and really helps to have a really nice sharp knife.
Now you can see we got two blades that are both are covered, and both look like brand new.
And what we're going to do now is take a main rotor gear, which I'm sure that we've, you know, gone through quite a few of those, and basically we just are going to set this on top of here and attach the blades
attached just like they would be if they were normally on our Halley. And we're just going to take our little rotor gear and stick it on the side and see what she does. Now look at that. Wants to go to the left, so we'll just confirm that. Definitely something bright, and then something a little bit darker on that side. And surprisingly so, it's not that much out of balance. You know, I've seen them before where, you know, they're like this, you know, they just drop like bricks. This is the striping that we've used on this side. It's sort of like a kind of a dark purple. This is really light tape that's on this side. That was the side that required more tape, and on this side we used the green. Everything stays balanced. So we now have a set of blades that were torched that are ready to fly on your Halley.